This is a short training video on how to set your captain's orders, move your ship, and navigate the secret passage. At the end of each turn, you'll be asked to set your captain's orders for the next turn. There are two components to your captain's orders, your order and your move. Your order indicates the purpose of your movement, and your move indicates the number of spaces you wish your ship to move on the board. Your captain's orders can be N for normal move, C for close and board, H for home port, U for upgrade, or T for treasure hunt. You cannot move your ship further than it is capable. Your ship's maximum movement is displayed on the player information section of the map board in a column titled M Max. When selecting your move value, you need to consider wind potential, which could impede your move. Wind impedance is randomly selected at the start of the next turn and can impede your desired movement by 0, 1, or 2 in the next turn. Let's go through a normal move example to see how the wind affects your move. Player TSM, who is on tile 44, has a move set of 7, which is the maximum his ship can move. If turn 5 starts with 0 wind, he will advance his 7 desired spaces and land on Port Royale. But if the wind value for turn 5 is 1, then he will move 7 minus 1, which will land him on Chance. Similarly, if the wind value is 2, his move will be 7 minus 2, which would land him on Curse Isle, which would be very, very bad. Since player TSM cannot make it safely to Port Royale without risking landing on Curse Isle, the safest move for player TSM would be a normal move of 4 spaces, which would land him on Santo Domingo Tile 1, or Poverty Point Tile 2, or Haitian Shores Tile 3, depending on the wind value for the next turn. Let's now take a look at the close and board order, which is used to attack other ships. The game is at the end of turn 4, and the players are setting their orders for turn 5. Pirate player BAR, also known as Barbossa, is on tile 42 and is closing in fast on several English players like TSM on tile 44, JJE on tile 45, and SAB on tile 2. Barbossa's orders are C for close and board, and his move is 10. The basic pirate ship is slightly faster than the English caravel, and Barbossa also has 1 sailor in his crew, which enhances his maximum movement by an additional 2, which yields 10. Barbossa doesn't know exactly where the players in front of him will land in turn 5. Let's start turn 5 and see what happens. Turn 5 starts with a wind dice roll of 1. Home port orders and normal move orders will execute before close and board orders. This means player SAB will move to his home port call at Port Royale. And player JJE moves her 7 minus 1, which also coincidentally advances her to Port Royale. Since Port Royale is an English port, SAB and JJE will be safe from pirate attacks for this turn. Unfortunately, player TSM moves his 4 minus 1 spaces and is now on tile 2 Poverty Point. Barbossa moves last, and before he moves, the game will prompt Barbossa to select one of all the vulnerable targets in his move path. In this move, only one player, TSM, is within Barbossa's range, and so Barbossa will advance to tile 2 Poverty Point to close and board on player TSM for a reward. Since English caravel ships are defenseless, they are easily boarded and looted, but they cannot be sunk. And player TSM is marked safe from the future attacks for the next 2 turns, as indicated by the forward slashes added to his board token. If TSM had a greater ship, then there would have been a ship battle, which will be explained in a future video. At the end of each turn, the host of the game will say, "Set your orders." There are 2 ways the host will collect orders. The traditional method would be simply to ask what your order and move, and then they would enter your order and move on the board for the next turn. Unfortunately, this removes the element of surprise, allowing the other players setting their orders last to know the other player's orders. The host may alternately use a new method of collecting orders through a Google form called Captain's Orders. For this to work, all the players of the game will need a Google account and a device that is preferably separate from the one you're viewing the game board. Ideally, this would be connecting to and viewing the game on a computer, laptop, or iPad, and then using an internet-connected mobile device to set your orders and move. If you're filling out your orders for the first time, you will need to add your player ID to the form, which will be given to you at the start of the game by the game host. You only have to do this once, but it's critical that you enter the 3-letter player ID correctly. The first screen is where you will select your order from a drop-down list. After selecting your order, you will click Next. The next screen, you will enter your desired move amount. Please ensure that your move does not exceed the maximum allowed by your ship. Then click the Submit button and your orders will be sent to the game, and then a confirmation screen appears saying "Aye, Captain." The next time you need to send another order, move, or auction bid, you will start at the "Aye, Captain" confirmation screen. You enter a new order or bid by clicking the Edit Your Response hyperlink, which will take you back to the first screen to enter new orders. Let's review the different captain's orders. The N or normal move order is most common for English players. N orders will move your ship your desired move distance minus the wind for that turn. Normal move orders will allow you to fire your cannons at adjacent opponents before they can close and board and attack you. Getting this first free shot in at your opponent before they attack you in battle may help you in your defense. Normal move orders move after home port orders move. The C or close and board order is the most common order for a pirate player. The C order will move your ship your desired move distance minus the wind for that turn, and it will allow you to select and attack any vulnerable opponent within your path. The close and board order always moves last. The H or home port order is used to navigate to the nearest friendly port. The H order will move your ship your desired move distance minus the wind for that turn, and your ship will stop at the first friendly port in your path. If there are no ports in your move range, the move will work just like the normal move without firing your cannons, and your ship will move your desired move distance minus the wind. Please note that home port orders do cost $100, so make sure you can make it to port before you execute this order. I should also mention that home port orders cannot be executed in the last 30 minutes of the game or after turn 36. Lastly, home port orders always move first. The U order or upgrade order can only be executed if you are in a friendly port. Your ship does not move, and your upgrade order move value will be 0. You would use the upgrade order to upgrade your ship, muster crew, or repair damage. Please note that you can only muster crew and repair damage in a neutral port, and that you cannot upgrade your ship in a neutral port. There are other upgrade restrictions, so please refer to the rules for additional training videos on upgrading your ship, mustering crew, and repairing damage. Upgrade orders execute after all ship movement has completed. The T or treasure hunt order works very similar to the close and board order. The T order will move your ship your desired move distance minus the wind for that turn, and it will allow you to select and move to and collect the treasure reputation points on the map board in your move path. This order does cost $100 to execute and can only be used by the owner of the unmortgaged Fountain of Youth map and Ponce de Leon map properties. Treasure hunt orders move after normal move orders are executed. The last fun thing I want to share in this video is the secret passage between the neutral port San Marcos on tile 11 and the pirate port Tortuga on tile 32. It's sometimes referred to as the shortcut. Let's zoom in and learn how to navigate the secret passage. You must start on San Marcos or Tortuga, and the wind value must be less than 2. If the wind is 2, you cannot take the secret passage, and your movement continues on the normal path on the map board. The passage counts as one move space. So for example, if you're traveling from San Marcos to Tortuga, it is a count of 2 spaces. The player cannot stop in the secret passage for any reason, and some say the Kraken lives near its rocky shores. Only pirates can travel from Tortuga through San Marcos, but any player can start on San Marcos and travel through Tortuga. Pirates can additionally start on San Marcos and home port land on Tortuga directly through the shortcut, so long as the wind is less than 2. Future videos will address more advanced topics like buying properties and property auctions, ship movement, setting your captain's orders and navigating the secret passage, ship battles, attacking other ships in the Kraken, upgrading your ship, mustering crew and repairing damage, I hope this video has made you interested in playing Scalawags someday. I hope to see you at the next port call.